Caitlin Clark walked into an NBA arena in Oklahoma City wearing Prada, and instantly, the internet had opinions. But just hours later, something much quieter happened. A little girl, who had been waiting outside the hotel all day, finally got her moment with Clark. And in that brief, almost unnoticed interaction, Clark revealed more about who she really is than 2 years of criticism ever could. So be honest. At what point do people stop trying to downplay her impact? This isn't just about basketball anymore. It's bigger than that. And it all started the moment she arrived.
He's back. Caitlin Clark is in the building. She's going to join us to preview the upcoming WNBA season and talk about one of her hobbies as Basketball Night in America, live from OKC, continues right after this.
Deal point. I mean, I think the salary and revenue sharing, I think it's as simple as that, and obviously there's a lot of great things.
She's back. Caitlin Clark is in the building. As Basketball Night in America rolls on live from OKC, all eyes turn to the face of the WNBA's new era. She's set to join us to preview the upcoming season, dive into one of her off-court passions, and give a glimpse into what's next. But beyond the hype and the spotlight, the conversation quickly shifts to something bigger. Clark keeps it simple: salary and revenue sharing. That's the heart of it. And while there's plenty of progress to acknowledge, it's clear the story of this league is still being written. That entrance clip spread instantly. The reaction wasn't complicated. People weren't just responding to the outfit. Even though it was genuinely sharp, they were responding to her presence. The way she moved through the space, relaxed, aware without being overwhelmed, smiling naturally, not forcing it. She paused to say something off camera, laughed softly, then kept it moving. There's a clear difference between people who are comfortable being watched and those who are just performing it. Caitlin Clark has always been in that first category, and in every second of that clip, it showed.
She's working. Little side hustle for her. How about that?
You talk about the WNBA. There it is, right there.
They sell out.
She knows the attention is there. She's known it since Iowa. But awareness doesn't equal discomfort, and Caitlin Clark has never looked overwhelmed by the scale of what follows her. That kind of composure isn't built overnight. It comes from years of walking into arenas and feeling the energy shift before you even sit down. And when the broadcast started, it showed. She listened, responded, and added to the conversation in a way that felt natural, not rehearsed. She wasn't playing an analyst. She was just being herself in a new space. And that's what makes someone truly watchable. But the real story didn't happen on camera. It happened before any of that. Earlier that day, a little girl stood outside Clark's hotel, jersey in hand, waiting. Not in a packed arena, not hoping for a lucky glimpse, just waiting, the way kids do when a moment matters enough to plan for it and believe it might actually happen. Maria Taylor mentioned seeing her, patient, excited, determined. She waited, then showed up to the game, and she got her moment. Before the cameras fully took over, before the night's demands kicked in, Clark met her. A few words, a smile, nothing staged, nothing amplified. But for that little girl, it meant everything. And that's the part of Caitlin Clark's impact that critics keep missing. The numbers, jersey sales, ratings, sellouts, those are real and easy to measure. But moments like that, they don't show up on spreadsheets. They just exist. And they matter. Because this wasn't Indiana. This wasn't Iowa. This was Oklahoma City, an NBA market, a thunder crowd. A night that had nothing to do with her. And still, fans showed up in her jersey. They waited outside. They turned their heads when she walked in. Phones came out, not because of a promo, but because of presence. By her third professional season, Caitlin Clark has become more than just a basketball player. She's a presence the commercial world is paying close attention to. Nike, Prada, and the brands lining up behind them aren't guessing. They're responding to demand. The same demand that crashed jersey drops and turned her name into a resale market within hours. Fashion doesn't attach itself to athletes out of charity, it follows attention. And Clark has built something real enough that major brands want to be part of it. So when she walks into an NBA arena in Prada, It isn't Lucci's styling. It's a reflection of her impact. But what made that night in Oklahoma City feel complete wasn't just the polished entrance. It was what happened alongside it. The confidence, the presence, the camera-ready professionalism, and then the quiet moment with a little girl who had been waiting all day outside a hotel. Those two sides aren't in conflict. They're the full picture. She can own a room in Prada and still stop for a kid who just wants a moment. That balance, presentation, and genuine humanity existing at the same time is rare, and people notice it, even if they can't fully explain why. Her appearance on Basketball Night in America said something too. She wasn't there as a novelty. She was there because people want to hear her talk about the game, and networks know her presence brings attention. That's business. But it only works if you can actually deliver, and she did. Because at the core, the skill is simple: being present, being real, and not performing a version of yourself. It's something she's been building for years. And still, the most important part of the story circles back to that little girl in Oklahoma City. Not the ratings, not the sponsorships, not the sold-out arenas, though all of that is real. The real impact is a kid deciding that a WNBA player is worth waiting for. Worth planning a day around. Worth showing up early, jersey in hand, just hoping for a moment. That's the kind of thing you don't measure on a spreadsheet. That's the kind of moment that sticks for a lifetime. You can debate the hype. You can question the attention. But you can't fake that. One night, Prada on arrival, a national broadcast in an NBA arena, and a quiet, unforgettable moment with a fan who'll never forget it. In a city that has nothing to do with her team, Caitlin Clark still made it feel like exactly where she was supposed to be. Say what you want, but that kind of impact speaks for itself.